Thank you, ma'am. Yesterday we heard the Home Minister speak in the evening. He was saying about, he spoke about a proportionate increase of seats for, based on the existing number of seats what every state has. So we welcome this, but we have concerns. Madam, we have concerns because a mere oral commitment is not enough. I will tell you an example also. On this very floor of the House during the partition of the state, both the Congress and BJP promised us, the then Prime Minister himself promised us special category status for the state. It was an oral promise and it was not kept up. So we demand that it be, whatever commitment was given yesterday evening be incorporated in the bill. Yes. I will tell you a reason also. One of the amendment passed by Sri OICG carries the same content. If that amendment is accepted, the same thing whatever the Honorable Home Minister has promised in the floor of the House will be incorporated into the bill. So we demand that it be put, whatever promise was given may be part of the bill. And a lot of members spoke about regional imbalances. So in a way we are addressing the regional imbalances of the country, but the regional imbalances of the states also should be taken into consideration. Each state has various regions, and after the delimitation process, regional imbalances should not arise in every state. This is a very important aspect. Whatever yardstick you have taken for considering increase of seats in the country should be also applied for the state also. No regional imbalance should occur in the states also. And there is one more condition in the delimitation committee which says that 5 members, associate members will be picked up from the parliament and 5 from the state. Madam, we have a doubt. What if the state speaker does not give the opposition parties even 1 member? So fair representation should be there for all the parties, be it the ruling or the opposition. So we demand that this also be incorporated in the bill. So some comfort should be given regarding this. And overall, this delimitation process should be a national building process. It should not be such that it should not be a tool to crush the opposition. And regarding women reservation, our party and our leader has always advocated empowering of women. So we welcome the women reservation bill in any form, any time. Madam, I would like to recall as a Chief Minister what Mr. Y.S. Jagannath Reddy did in our state. He gave 50% reservation for women in all the local bodies. He gave 50% reservation for women in all the nominated works. He also gave maximum importance for women in all the social welfare schemes. He proposed, all the 32 lakh outside patas what we have given in the state were registered in the name of women, and all the social welfare schemes were given through the women. Madam, we demand strict and stringent laws for safeguarding the protection, safeguarding the women's security also. Madam, one of the Telugudesam MP spoke yesterday regarding protection for women in the state. So I will also add upon this. Recently, Madam, 4 MLAs were caught videotaped, audio taped in Andhra Pradesh harassing women on the, they made video calls and harassed women. 4 MLAs were caught. This is not just one vague allegation. If you just type harassment by Andhra Pradesh ruling MLAs on women, you will get all the videos, but I have to pass a advisory also. Open it at your own risk. These are filthy and real horrible. But what happened is that the women who complained, who gathered the courage to complain, were harassed and targeted, madam. None of the MLAs, no action was taken. So we demand stringent laws. We demand that, be it anybody, we demand all the MLAs be taken to task. So apart from empowering women, we demand that strict laws be there to protect women also. In principle, we support this bill and we demand the government to consider all our concerns. Thank you very much.
माननीय सदस्य श्री राजीव रंजन जी।